welcome back to another WRO production. Today we are in Lakeville, Illinois for spot number 1 of our day number 2 Railfanning weekend with my friend Chase. Again, you can find him on Railfan Chase on YouTube. And without him, this trip would not be possible. Our first train at Lakeville would be an inbound Metro NCS train number 112 pushed by Metro 77 and F59 PHI. And our next train at Lakeville would actually be at the Metro station this time, this one being NCS outbound 101, led by Metro F59 PHI number 91. Our next train would be CNQ 199, Homewood, Illinois to Prince Rupert, British Columbia, with 1 GEVO in the lead and 1 pushing. And our final train in Lakeville would be an inbound Metro NCS 114 with the same set with Metro 91 and F59 PHI that we saw on Metro 101, pushing to Chicago. And our next location we'd be at is Rondout, Illinois. We decided to head over here to see if we can get one of the new Mac units, but we would be unsuccessful and we'd just get a few normal engines like Metro F59 PHI and an MP36. So nothing too special, but we would get horn shows nonetheless. And our first train in Rondout would be an inbound Metro MDN train 2130, pushed by F59 PHI 84. And our second and final train and roundout would be an outbound Metro number 2111, led by Metro 414 and MP 36 with a loud horn. And our next stop on this outing would be Prairie Crossing, where the MDN Metro runs right next to the CN Waukesha sub, so we'd get both lines running through here, with Metro and CN. Our first Metro would be on the MDN, this one being 2134, pushed by 414. And our next train would actually be a Canadian National Freight train again, this one being a potash load, B790, out of Selvet, Saskatchewan, down to Norpal Yard in Chicago, Illinois, to the IHB, with 2 CNGEs in the lead and 1 DPU being an ex-City Rail nose out, hauling to the IHB. And our next train would actually be another CN manifest, this one being a northbound. I had no clue what the ID on this one was. Me and Chase both guessed that it was A490, but we had no idea. With 2 just normal CN Gevos in the lead, nothing too special. And our next train will be another MDN train, this one being an outbound, 2115, led by the Milwaukee Road Heritage Unit number 405, pulling into his Prairie Crossing station stop. And our next MDN train would actually be another outbound train, this one being MDN 2117. And this guy was 20 minutes late holding up the inbound at Grays Lake. So the inbound with 405 had to be stopped for a little bit. But this outbound will be led by Metro MP36 420. And our final train of Prairie Crossing would be an inbound Metro on the MDN. This was the one that was held up at Grays Lake due to 2127 being 20 minutes late. And this inbound 2140 would be pushed by Metro 405 again, the Milwaukee Road Heritage Unit. And our way to the next spot, we would see an outbound NCS train, 105, led by Metro 401, the Ollie Tibbles unit.
401, the Ollie, bro.
And our final spot of this Railfanning weekend would be Grays Lake Metro Station. We would be out here for a very special train and probably one of the top 5 trains of 2023. And before that, we would see a northbound CN intermodal before this train would arrive. And the intermodal train in question would be CN Q117, Homewood Yard down to Vancouver, British Columbia, with a logoless ace in the lead and an X-City Rail mid-DPU.
Metro line.
And our final train of the Railfanning weekend would be CN train M336. This train would have some very special power on there. No normal CN GEVOs even seen on this train. The leader would be an X-City Rail, number 2764, one of a few of those units that has PTC installed, and trailing second would be CN 3229, a CN100 Gevo leading the way. And that's that. One of probably the best trains I think I've ever seen. This trip was amazing, and I can't thank Chase enough. Go subscribe to his channel at Railfanning Chase. And I hope you all have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time on the next WRail production.